Yo, what's up, everybody? This is me, SXJ, with the SXJ Project, man. So, got off of work today, and I felt like, you know what? There's some things that needs to be said between men, but I feel like there are some women who should definitely be listening to this, okay? I feel like it's very important as men, as young men, as brothers, as we fellowship, that we hold each other accountable, that we start holding each other more accountable when we are among each other. So when we sit down and we have conversations amongst each other, when I'm sitting down with my homies and all of the homeboys and we kicking shit and they having their drinks and I'm sipping on my apple juice and we kicking it, at the end of the day, when a brother starts talking about infidelity, when a brother starts talking about abuse, when a brother starts degrading and disrespecting a sister, this is when the conscious brothers, the mature brothers, this is when the fellowship, this is when the brotherhood is supposed to kick in. And so I say man to man, but a woman should listen. And what I mean by that is that, listen, this message isn't for you sisters. I think that you sisters need to hear this. You need to understand that there are some of us, if not a lot of us, but there aren't enough of us yet that has this mentality, and that we're trying to put positive reinforcement among each other, but that we can't do it by ourselves, right? I think it takes quite a few of us, and I think it takes just a continuous reinforcement of men holding men more accountable. What I mean by this is all right, so we just sitting around kicking shit. How about this? Me, my homeboy Roy that was coming on some of the comments earlier today, my homeboy Alex that I'm always kicking and working it out with. Now, the interesting thing is that if we're sitting around having a conversation and one of these brothers, and I know that they wouldn't, but I'm just using this as an example. One of these brothers, they turn around and they say, hey, yeah, man, I got this little bitch around the way, and you know, my wife, she don't even know. You know what, the first thing is that why she gotta be a bitch? You know, man to man, brother, I understand that you're doing your thing, but don't you think we tear down and we destroy and we degrade our sisters enough? Can't we be better than this? Can't we stop disrespecting them? Why can't you just tell me, first of all, that you got a little shawty around the way, you got a nice little something around the way that you're doing your thing with? And that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, I gotta ask you, brother, man to man, why is you cheating on your wife? Your wife is a good wife. I know she a good wife. I done been over to your house. We done barbecue. We done had fun. Fuck, she done ran around and played with my kids. And she done made my plate. And she done just been an awesome fucking host when we have all kinds of football parties. And you hold her hands and y'all got this ring on. And now that the homeboys are sitting around, you want to tell me that you done cheated on your wife, or that you are currently cheating on your wife with some woman that don't know two fucking things about me, none of the other friends, family. She ain't been through none of your struggles. She ain't did shit. But you telling me you cheating on this woman, and you think as a brother, I'm supposed to sit back and not hold you more accountable. I'm supposed to sit back and let you fuck up your marriage. I'm supposed to sit back and let you destroy this woman. Now listen, man to man, brother, I'm not going to go tell your wife, because that's not my place. That's not my home. But man to man, brother, I just feel like maybe you should really reconsider some of the things that you're doing. And at the end of the day, all you need is one woman, brother. And listen, if you feel like maybe one of the homies is single and you think that maybe we bring too many different women around and we're making things too temptatious for you and you just can't handle yourself, then just sit down and have a conversation with this man. And you know what? I will bring the same woman around, because I am single. I get it. But I don't want to make you feel like you missing something out there, because trust me, man, as a single man out here getting in and living in this world, I long for the very thing that you have, and that's somebody who loves me and who supports me and who cares about me. So when we sitting around and we fellowshipping and we kicking shit and they having drinks and we just doing what men do and we have these conversations, I got to start holding my brothers more accountable, because I want my brothers to always hold me more accountable when it comes to condoning certain actions with the women that we are supposed to love. Now that's real. Now let's just say we all out chilling and kicking it, because I'm continuously talking to my brothers. Here's another scenario, just because I want to express this to the fullest. So I just want to express this enough to where you sisters are listening, although this isn't for you. It's for my brothers, man to man now. But you sisters hear me, right? All right. Now, we out kicking it. We doing what we do. We on our motorcycles and We pull over and she texting you and you telling me about a situation. Man, we got into it last night. Man, I had to smack that motherfucker, tell her to sit her ass down. Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute. I understand that y'all are getting into it. But here we go again, man to man. Let's have a talk. Now, she made you mad. She threw some shit at you. She pressed your buttons. She put them fucking fingers in your face. She scratched you with them sexy ass nails. And you was frustrated. You was angry. And you was ready to go clean the fuck off. You know why? Because I've been in that situation. But let me tell you, brother, you never have to put your hands on a woman. If a woman irritates you, frustrates you, and pushes you to the limit to where you got to put your hands on a woman, then that is not the woman for you. Now, I'm not telling you that she's perfectly innocent. I'm not telling you that she's not wrong. But what I am telling you is that don't ever come back and tell me how you hit a woman and you don't expect for me to step in as a brother, as a friend, as a man, and not tell you that this type of action isn't right. I don't condone any type of abuse. So what I mean by this is that you brothers, my friends, my homeboys, my niggas that I grew up with, y'all gotta leave these women that's causing you to step out of your element. If a woman provokes you to the point of abuse, then at the end of the day, that sister's got some soul searching to do. That sister got some praying to do. You got some praying to do. But all I'm saying is listen, G, you can't brag about putting your hands on a woman around me and you think I'm gonna dap you up and be like, yeah, man, these bitches crazy. No. What's crazy is that you put your hands on this woman and then you tell her that you love her. Listen, that's not black love. That's not a healthy relationship. This shit is dysfunctional that society is teaching us. See, society is making it to where we get into a fight, I slap your ass and I love you and we back together. Listen, I should never have to put my hands on you because this dysfunctional. It's degrading. It's wrong. So man to man, hear me out. Infidelity is not okay. Let me just recap and then I'm going to move on. Infidelity is not okay. Abuse is not okay. Now let's start talking about these babies and sex and providing and shit. Because man to man, listen, you know, your woman go to work every day. We the homies. And I done worked my ass off for years to be in a position that I'm in. And I'm not even where I want to be at. Now, I was homeless at one time, and when I wasn't working, G, and when all I had was my car, and I used to pull up in a Honda, and when I used to drink, and we would sit around and drink all day, you would buy me beers, because you know I was fucked up, and my son was with his grandma, and we would sit around and drink, and all of this shit. I get it, G. I get it. But don't you see that that's not what the ultimate goal is? We was going through something, but that don't mean that we have to be distracted or we have to get content or we have to be lazy or we have to be these bomb-ass men. Because see, with or without a woman, I got up and I stood for myself. And what I'm telling you is that as a brother who loves you, I know that your woman's taking care of you. But how do you show her that you love her? By sitting on the couch every day, not working, letting her take care of you, eating up all the food, drinking all the liquor, smoking all the smoke. And the only thing that you provide for her is some headache, a little bit of stress, and some good dick occasionally if you're not too drunk to fuck her the way that she want to be fucked. So the reality of it is that you ain't even giving no good dick. So I can't tell you, listen, I would never go back and tell your woman that I think you should work. Man to man, I ain't no snitch, homie. I'm not finna go back and fuck up your home, and I'm not finna flirt with your woman. I'm not gonna go do none of that shit. You still my homie. You still my brother. I love you. But because I love you, I think that you should get up and get a job. Because I don't condone this laziness as a friend, as a brother, as a man. I don't condone this laziness to where you just gonna sit on your ass and let somebody take care of you and you don't go to work. Because brother, as my homie, I fuck with you, G, but I can't keep giving you $10 if you ain't even using it for no bus fare. You ain't even using it to get to an interview. No gas money to go hustle, no nothing. I don't even condone slinging dope. So to my niggas out there on the streets, because some folks don't understand why I say my niggas, because that is the language that they relate to. Because I can't say, hey, brother, when they gutter from the street. So to my niggas that I can relate to, that can relate to me, relate where I'm coming from right now, and you out there slinging and you banging, I get it that this is that you are what I call a palm, a product of your environment, manifesting into something negative because that's what society has projected for you. Listen to me. POEM, a product of your environment manifesting into something negative that society has pre-predicted for you. So what I want you to do is I want you to be a product of your environment to manifest into something positive that your Most High has predicted for you, and don't let man control you. And what I mean by this is that when you're selling dope and you're buying her Louis and Chanel, why aren't you elevating these sisters and letting these sisters know that material things don't mean shit? The dinner at the steakhouses don't mean shit. You know what means everything to these babies that you didn't have? It means for you to be there for them basketball games, them soccer games, the cheerleading practice, the Girl Scouts, the Girl Boys, the Go Cubs, you name it, the soccer games, all of that shit is what matters. But homie, I love you to death, you my nigga, I fuck with you, but tell me something, G. How you gonna be there if you taking penitentiary chances? How you gonna be there if she get that call that they sniped you in your car, nigga, because they tried to rob you or they want what you got and you been flashing all of this money? How is that being a man? That's not being a man. That's being a dysfunctional, degrading image of our character of people in these streets out here. That's not what us men was bred to do. We weren't bred to do that type of shit. We was bred to be leaders and kings. Providers, protectors, and lovers. Not killers, not thugs, not hooligans, not none of that shit. We is provided to elevate and stand above and to rise above all odds against us. They have tried everything in the history of man to hold us down, but yet some of us still prevail because we see the light. And listen, I love you and I can't force my ways on you. And this is why I wanted the sisters to hear our conversation. I can't force my ways on you, but I can tell you that there is a time where we have to stop chasing the nonsense. We got to stop chasing the nonsense. So all I ask for you to do for me today and tonight, or just over the past couple of days, please just think about changing your ways. Think about taking all this money that you got and putting it towards something legit, being there for your family, moving away. So that way, brother, that way, listen, me and my future wife and you and your future wife, maybe we can take a couple's trip together. I want to see you alive, homie. I'm tired of seeing my niggas dead. I'm tired of burying people. I'm trying to see you alive, and I know your family needs you. So man to man, brother to brother, and friend to friend, I can't force none of this on you, but I'm asking you to understand. Now, here's another thing, right? Because I know all of us brothers out there and sisters, you got to realize that I'm talking to my kings right now. So some of you sisters feel offended by the few statements that I'm going to make. This is the reality. This is the real. This is the uncut, raw conversations that me and some of my brothers typically have. So the way that our lingo or our swagger, our talk isn't necessarily always woman appropriate. But I hope you understand. So as I come to the conclusion here a little bit, I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about pussy. Because us men, we typically got this dysfunctional lust for pussy. Because I think that lust is, there's a healthy lust in a relationship, in a bond, in a marriage where we lust after each other, we crave each other, we desire each other, we thinking all kinds of things about each other because we committed to each other. So I think that there's a healthy lust, but I also think that there's this dysfunctional lust that a lot of us brothers have. And what I mean by this dysfunctional lust is that we're trying to fuck everything walking. Come on, dog. You just told me you met this little shorty downtown, took her back to the room, you knocked her off. Then you turned around and you've been fucking with shorty from back in the way. Don't mention shorty back in East Memphis, you've been knocking her off for a little while. I ain't gonna lie to you, my nigga. I'm gonna be real with you. I done fuck with a couple of them in the past few weeks. And now that we sitting down really talking about this shit, let's be honest with each other. Honestly, man, when are we gonna settle down? I can't tell you to be an old man. I can't tell you not to have your fun. But I can tell you that it's nothing healthy or positive from sleeping with multiple women. When are we going to settle down? When are we going to be kings? When are we going to find somebody to love? When are we going to be honest? When are we going to be truthful? Because at the end of the day, man, fucking this chick, fucking this chick, fucking this chick, we're creating a society of single family homes because we don't know who we really want to be with. We're also falling into these predatory traps of trying to fool us about our sexuality. You didn't fuck so many women, now you think you want men. And they program that shit in our head. I'm tired of pussy, I gotta try something different. Well, I ain't gonna never be tired of pussy because I'm not fucking that much to where I'm tired of pussy. Because although I might be married, baby, I got a job. We can try to have sex every day, but can we do like increments? Can you get like 15 minutes on Monday? Because Monday, our tired day. Wednesday, hump day. That's when we work extra hard. But on the weekends and all the other days and the vacations, you could get an hour and a half. But some days, can we just do the quickie? I'm never going to get tired of my woman that I love and that I'm faithful and dedicated to. So while we out here doing all of this dysfunctional lust, sleeping with everybody, we're passing on diseases, we're getting diseases, we're creating babies with anger issues, with mommy and daddy issues, we're creating projects and we're creating poverty and we're creating a higher death toll because we out here trying to sell dope to take care of the babies that we can't afford education. And it's just this ongoing vicious circle. Now, I'm not saying that men are responsible for all of this, but I'm a man and I know what we are responsible for, and I know what parts of the responsibility that we are responsible for. And I have to tell you that even through my own mistakes, the one thing that I never listened to is my own worth. I don't regret any of the children that I've had. I regret not being where I should have been and having these kids not in the best way. Now, they are my blessings. I love them. Wouldn't change a thing. None of them. Not even my newest edition. Baby Elizabeth, I love you. However, if Pops had the opportunity to reconsider, I would have all of y'all again, but I would have all of y'all with one woman. I would have had all of y'all after marriage. And I would have had all of y'all after a degree, because now I see how hard it is and what the struggle is to take care of a single child, let alone a room full of kids. Like, that's real. So man to man, all I'm asking you brothers to do is just to hear me out. That I know that none of us is perfect. Gee, I'm not from church. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a saint. All I'm saying is that I don't condone the fuckery. And that I think that us brothers, when we're sitting back listening to each other, we got to start holding each other more accountable for our actions. And this bullshit that we see on TV, all of these rap stars and basketball players and football players leaving their wives, fucking them with models and us egging them on, that shit's got to stop. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how much money this man has made in his career. I don't care how hard his career is. He had a choice to be married in his career or not. And if he knew he wasn't ready to be married because of his career, then he should not have married somebody and then go cheat on them. Stay single. Live your life. You young entertainers, you young ball players, put a fucking condom on. Get you one good chick that can travel around, and if you want some pussy, and just live. But stop making poor examples and bad choices. Stop getting these fucking, groupies pregnant that's taking you for half your money. Stop making this trend, because see, tricking is a trend because, again, us brothers have not held each other accountable. You think I'm gonna give you a fucking high five for spending some fucking money on some chick you buying pussy with? You think I'm gonna give you a high five because the woman that suffered 6 fucking years in college eating ramen noodles that took care of your fucking ass, took care of your babies, is left behind at home, driving a fucking Honda Civic while you done bought some bougie ass chick that's sucking every nigga dick in the city of fucking Benz because she's a trophy girl? You think I'm gonna give you praises for this? I don't give you praises for this, homie. As your homie, I can't knock your choices and your decisions. You just a homie. I wouldn't do it that way. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it that way. So again, all I'm telling you brothers out there, and I know that some of you sisters is listening, and the reason why I ask my sisters to pay attention and listen is, hear me out, because us men got to hold each other more accountable when we amongst each other, when your sisters aren't around. So man to man, friend to friend, brother to brother, I love you brothers, but all of this fuckery that we doing, this disrespect, this neglect, this degrading, us leaving our real women behind. Here's another thing, because I'm a black man, and I know that not all black women are listening, but I'm a black man. To all of you black men out there that don't like my black women, shame on you motherfuckers, because I think that my black women are some of the most beautiful women in the world, to be honest with you. And so don't think that as a brother, just because we homies, you can come tell me that I don't fuck with black women and I'm not gonna look at you like you stupid. What you mean you don't fuck with black women? A black woman birthed your ass, a black woman raised your ass, a black woman wiped the shit off of your ass, a black woman taught you how to read, a black woman taught you how to walk, a black woman made sure that your ass was taken care of, clothes fit, and had the education that you have. So now that you can walk on your own 2 feet after somebody didn't take care of you, you want to turn your back and say the very motherfucker that made sure that you was alive, the very motherfucker that went to work and made sacrifices for you and provided a home for you, that you don't like? And guess what? Since you sisters are listening, I'm going to tell you sisters the same thing. Don't ever think that you can tell another sister, because you sisters need to hold each other more accountable with your flawless ass actions too now. Need to hold each other more accountable. And since I'm talking to the men though, I'm going to keep it about the men. And all I'm saying is don't think that as a group of real men, because see, when I talk and when I text the homie Roy Harper, my brother Alex Abram, the other homie CJ Akbar, when we sit down and we have a real conversation, the first thing that we tell each other is how we know we can do better. And I'm single, and all my homies tell me on a regular basis, Essex, it's time for you to settle down. Get ready to settle down, brother. We know what you're going through. We know what you've been through. But just focus on your career and your life. Don't focus on these women. Don't focus on love. Focus on your career and life so that way you can focus on those things in the end. But in the end, you need to have one. Slow down, low down. You got to have one. And you marry her. You love her. You spoil the fuck out of her. You live, you be healthy, you provide for her, you protect her, you do all the things that an honorable man is supposed to do. This is what's being positively reinforced in my head amongst my homies. So I just wanted to share that with the rest of the homies around the world. Y'all have a blessed day, all right? I love every single one of y'all. And to all of my kings, if you listening, if you dare listen, please put this on repeat and make this a part of your daily segment. We have to hold each other more accountable. We have to elevate ourselves. And then we have to elevate the others around us. Because as men, I know that we can do better. I'm up out of here, y'all.